Hi Virgo, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Virgo is your intuitive reading for the time between the 14th and the 20th of March. I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more on camera and then we'll get started. Okay, very interesting. You have got, this is your underlying energy, and you're intuitively, there's something that you do not want to tear yourself away from. There is something that you have to stop doing, but you don't want to do. Or there's something that you have to start doing, but you don't want to. But you know that it's best for you. You're like, I mean, I'm not surprised that this is here because it's like you're trying to tear yourself away from something. It's like you're doing that thing like, no. You know those films, those old films, like, no, don't leave me. And they're like holding hands, you know, like the I don't know, the soldiers are going away to war and the wives are like on the platforms and the trains like going off and they're like, no, please. That is like what you're doing so for some area in your life. So let's have a look. The underlying energy, you know, unsurprisingly, based on what I've just said anyway, is the Chariot energy. The Chariot is yin and yang. The Chariot is masculine and feminine. The Chariot is intuition, internal intuition and emotions, and external actions. The Chariot is having these two things in balance. The Chariot is having not control, having a 50-50, a balance that's authentic between those two things. That means that your actions need to be in line with your feelings and your emotions. So, like I was just saying to you, it's like, and at the moment they're not. But by the end of this week, hopefully they will be. This is what you're going through at the moment. You're trying to let go of something that you know ain't no good. You need to just let go of it. You know it ain't good for you. You just know. But what you're doing, you're holding on to it. You're like old gripping to it, like you do not want to let it go. This is what's going to happen during Pisces season. You guys need to follow me on Instagram. I keep telling you, read the post that I did about Pisces season, about the moon card. This is the overall energy. So it's that tussle, that almost fight within yourself that's going on. Remember, number 7s are about challenges that we must endure in order to overcome them and to be strengthened, okay? Number 8 is the strength card. So let's have a look at these energies here. We've got the King of Swords. This is about speaking your truth. This is about acting. I'm quite interested to see what this one is because it's probably the opposite. Like the Queen of Cups would be anyway. This is like acting on your truth, speaking your truth, having clarity in what you want to say, in the decisions that you want to make, being decisive. That's this energy here. And it's masculine, so it's about taking action. Remember, the masculine side of us, not side of us, but the masculine aspects and the masculine energies are about moving, are about going, are about doing. So this is what the King is about, okay? So acting on our thoughts, our minds, our clarity, our consciousness, communication, our speech. And we've got the World card here as well. So these two, this is about you starting something new. It's about, you don't want to leave it behind. As I said, you're clutching to them. No, don't leave. Like, they've got to go. They're going to war, love. Let him go. I know you're sad, but, it's got work to do. And that's like you. It's like you've got to let it go. Or bring it in, whichever way it is for you. This is the energy at the moment. And this is like you taking action to go in a new direction. This is you actually being ready to start this new to be in this new world. The World card is like, for me, I say this, it's like we live on on planet Earth, and we know what it's like to live on planet Earth. You know, we live here, but you know, we have to go to Mars now, and this is Mars, and we understand. You know, yeah, listen, we still know we need to eat, we still know we need shelter. Yeah, we still know we need to, like, you know, we need to grow crops and stuff. We need to, but you're on Mars. So even though you know the stuff that you've known before, you've got that, yeah, no one's taken away what you know that the sun, you know, photosynthesis, and that's how we grow plants. We know this. Yeah, we know that we have to keep shelter. We know this. We know this, but you're on Mars. That's what it feels like with the world. That's that type of energy. It's like, you know it, but you don't really know what it's going to be like. You've done it before. You've stayed alive in this other circumstance, but you don't really know what it's going to be like. And that can be something that we feel fearful of with the world energy. And I feel like there's a fear for you as well. It's like it's like moving to a new company. You've done that job for years, love. So why are you so scared? Oh, you're not necessarily scared. That's just the intuitive side of it. What I picked up originally. So that maybe is colouring potentially what I'm seeing here. But these are, there you go. No. So this is the stuff. This is the. Yeah, we need sunshine for photosynthesis. We've got that. We know that. We need shelter. We need to eat. This is you having what you've got and really not developing it. You're in a new planet now, love. So you need to adapt slightly to your surroundings. And this might be you've started a new job. As I said, you've worked at the same company. I don't know. I'm on doctors today. So let's talk about doctors. You're a doctor. You've worked in the same. Say you're a GP. We have GPs. Do you have GPs in? I don't. Anyway, you know, you work in the same town. You've worked in that same town for 10 years, for 20 years, and now it's time to go somewhere else. So you're working in another town, in another city as a doctor or whatever. And and it's a different town. It's a different town, love. Like, you're trying to do these things the same way. Now, yeah, we know you're a doctor. We know you know what you're doing. You've got the expertise, but you're in a new town, love. This is that energy here, and these are the two things. This is like active and passive, these two cards. Well, actually, they're both active because you're actively holding on to the old way. You're actively holding on, man, to living on planet Earth, or to being in that town. But you live in a different town now. You're in a different place now, and you need to realise that you can act confidently. And I think that's. But it's coming through It's coming through in your awareness. Actually, I think that this energy is being eclipsed out. I think that you might have felt like you've not done anything yet. You know, I need to leave this. I need to start this. I need to go. I need to stay. Whatever. Whatever it is you're trying to hold on to. You're trying to hold on to, and you don't want to let go of. I think you're starting to realise you're coming into the awareness that you are holding on a bit too tightly. You seem to be coming into that awareness this week. I'm holding on a bit too tightly. I need to let go a little bit. This is that you coming into that awareness. This is you going, okay, right, let me let go a little bit. Let me realise that this is time. I'm in a different place now, or it's time for me to move this job, or to move on this person, or whatever. This is that type of energy. So, you know, we'll see what else. We'll see what else is it here as well. So we've got all these cards for you. We've got another 7 here. So 7s are about, again, challenges that we must endure in order that we can overcome them, i.e. become strengthened. Strength card, number 7, number 8 is next. Now, Pentacles energy is about our, the energy we put in to manifest security. In a nutshell, that's what it's about. The energy, the things that we put our time, our effort, our focus in order to have security in some area of our lives that matter. And this is like there's an element of futility that you felt that, and you know, it's like you're trying to build something, you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to go somewhere, you're trying to do something. But like I said here, is what you're trying to do, where you're trying to go, what you're trying to say, where you're trying to stay, whatever, is that really in alignment with how you're feeling, with truly what you want? You know, some of you are holding on to this job and you don't want to do the job anymore. And you know you don't want to do the job anymore. Or you're holding on to this This is that energy. It's that energy of there's a new that wants to come through for you. And especially when we have the moon, Pisces season, and especially when we have Mercury retrograde, it's like these doors are opening now. These things that we've been ignoring, these little inklings and these little, urges that we've got to go in this direction or to try this job or to date that person, whatever. These little inklings that you've been ignoring, it's harder to ignore them during Pisces season, and it's harder to ignore them during Mercury retrograde, because the whole point of Mercury retrograde and the whole point of Pisces season is that all that stuff that we just leave buried and hidden and forgotten is churned up. No matter how many times we've looked at it before, no matter how many times you've said to yourself, no, I'm not going to retrain, or no, I'm not going to leave him, or no, I'm not going to... You're going to come back and revisit it because inherently it's within. It's what you really, truly want. So if there's this energy of feeling futile, well, praise the universe that finally this has come. So this is what you've been doing. This is what you've been doing. I've got to stay. Oh, no, yeah, I've got to stay with him because, we're a good couple. Everyone loves us. What about our family? What about our friends? How am I going to manage on my own? What if I change the job? Like, what are people going to say? Like, this is like, right, you've thought of it all, man. You've thought of every single... You've thought of it. You've thought of it. What? And what are you going to do? Are you going to stay or are you going to go? Are you going to stay or are you going to go? Because all you're going to do, you just keep doing this. You're going round in circles is what you've been doing. Maybe it's this week that you get to this. When as soon as the 20th hits and we get the full moon in Libra and we get the sun enters... When the sun enters Aries, it's on the same day, the 20th. Then it's like, right, man, I'm there. Decision made. It's time for me to make a decision. I'm quitting my job, or I'm letting go, or I'm starting this, or I'm going the travelling, or whatever it is for you as an individual. The 10, though, you can stay there, standing on the doorstep. Standing on the door, it's like walking around in circles on a doorstep, just standing there waiting, like, oh, shall I go in? Shall I knock? Shall I open the door? That's people. Some people stay there forever. They just keep going, yeah, but I've got to stay with him because, he loves me and blah, 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 and everyone likes us and we're a good couple and, what about life? And I'm not going to find anybody else at this age and whatever. These are all different thoughts. They're your thoughts, so you know what you think. And ultimately, there's a new beginning that needs to come through for you. There's a new beginning that you want to take. And you're like holding on like this, some of you. Holding on like, no, please. But it's like you've got it. What? You got to stay or you got to go. You got to say yeah, you got to say no. That's this energy here. So what it's looking like is it's looking like you're getting that. It's looking like you're going to start moving on. Second time I've seen this card. So this is making a commitment to yourself, love, first of all. Let's look at it that way. Because the twos are about commitments, partnerships. To things that we're passionate about, to things that we love, to things that we care about. So that, yes, it can be another person, a soulmate who feels the same about you. Or it could be you committing to yourself. It could be you saying, I'm committed to making sure that I'm listening to my happiness, that I'm following the thing that I'm happy, that's going to make me happy, that I'm going after the things that I want to go after. That I'm having the conversations that I need to be having, the honest, truthful conversations, that I'm letting myself be truthful with myself, in my mind, what it is I want, where it is I'm going, who it is I care about, whatever it is for you as an individual. This is the energy here. So some of you hopefully are going to get off. I mean, Chariot is about victory. Oh, look at that. 10 of Cups. Chariot is about victory. So it's saying that this energy here, as in this balance, this authenticity, like what's real to who you are and authentic to who you are, and what is contrived, i.e. I am this way because this is the way that I am, if that makes sense. So I'm married, I'm still going to stay married to him because I've been married forever, and what are people going to say, and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to have enough money, no. That's the contrived stuff. That's the stuff that you tell yourself, and that's what keeps you stuck. I was stayed in teaching for years and stayed in a relationship for years because I was like, well, gotta, what's everyone going to say? What are people going to say? What about blah, 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 blah. Ultimately, you've got to make a decision. You've got to leave. You've got to stay. You've got to go, whatever. This is you doing that this week. So I hope that you do it. Let's look at your last card, outcome card. Good, yeah, work on you. This is what you need to do. Remember what I said to you. Number 7, Chariot, 7 of Pentacles. Number 7 is a challenge that we must endure. Shall I stay? Shall I go? What do I want? Am I being truthful? Am I being honest? It's a challenge. That's the challenge, part of it. A challenge that we must endure. We've got the 10. We've been thinking this for time, you know. This has been 3 years. I've been saying am I staying, am I going? This has been 3 months I've been saying am I staying. What? So it seems like now you feel you're ready to do it this week. You're ready to work on you, to focus on, to put energy and effort into overcoming these challenges that you've been facing and into refining and polishing who you are, removing all the rubbish and the grease and the dirt that's covered you up, that's kept you down, that's kept you suppressed, and that's actually saying, I'm going to work out where I want to put my energy. For some of you, it seems to be a relationship, acting on a relationship, having a conversation about a relationship for some of you. But for some of you, it's got nothing to do with a relationship with anybody else apart from the relationship that you have with yourself, apart from you recognising that compassion isn't just for other people. It's not just, oh, I've got to be kind to everyone else so that everyone else is in a good place. So that's contrived, I'm going to swear, bullshit. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to do all these nice things because then, this is what people think. This is what I used to think. If I do all these nice things, then people will think I'm nice. No, I didn't used to think like that, but you know what I mean? Like, not that black and white, but do you know what I mean? You do things because you think it's the right thing to do, because you think people are going to like you. And that's fine to do things like that, but that's the contrived shit. Sorry for my swearing. You should do things because you want to do them. I'm not going to make you, I don't care how long I've been dating you. I ain't making you a cup of tea if I don't want to make you a cup of tea. What's the point? Don't bother washing up if you don't want to wash up. Wash up if you want to wash up. Because you know it's going to be, etc., etc. So this is that type of battle that you're going through with yourself. You've been going through with yourself. And it's time, Virgo. It is time. It's time to start being truthful with who you are and what it is you want. And as I said to you, only do the things you want to do. And if you live with someone, if you have a family, whatever, I say to you, don't make the cup of tea for your partner unless you want to make the cup of tea for your partner. And you might think that sounds selfish. No. Because you've got to listen to yourself. You've got to listen to your emotions. You've got to have compassion enough for yourself to say, it matters what I feel. Because it does matter what you feel. So you've got to start to prove that to yourself in some small way. Because that is what's going to help you to overcome. That's what's going to help you to cross over through this threshold. And actually, excuse me. And actually enter into the new life, the new world that you want to enter into. Okay, Virgo. So I hope you like that reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And click the bell, then you get notifications of when I upload my new content. Leave me your comments as well, my darlings. I read every single comment and reply to most of them. Feel free to share this video on your social media, your WhatsApp, your Facebook. And don't forget to follow me, Key Wisdom Tarot, on Instagram and Facebook for extra little treats, individual cards, individual energies. There's also a number 7 video that might be of value to you guys, Virgo. It's in the Key Wisdom playlist. And don't forget your March love readings. Actually, that might be good for some of you. Your March love readings are still available to view on my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Fabulous Virgos. I'll see you all again soon. Have a lovely week. Take care, my darlings. Bye.